Today we're going to take a look at Berserk Deluxe Edition Volume 11 by Kentaro Miura. It has a 672 page count and a $49.99 cover price. This does have a parental advisory which is needed for this volume. Let's get into this overview. Do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. Today we're taking a look at Berserk Deluxe Edition Volume 11. This volume has the same look as all the previous that were released. You do get some fold-out posters included in this volume as well. So you have this Ganishka here, then you have one of Roderick, you have a Shirki and Guts poster, the White Hawk himself, Griffith riding horseback. It's just cool that you get these posters collected in this volume here. So this is Berserk Deluxe Edition Volume 11. You do get a table of contents collected in this. This does have volumes 31 through 33 of Berserk. I do appreciate that they have character biographies for some of the main characters at the start of each volume in this deluxe edition here. It's just nice to refresh on who each one of these people are. Getting into this is the Falcon of the Millennium Empire arc. This starts up right after volume 10. I always love how these really just lead right into each other. So in the previous volume, we had this crazy battle at Britannis. You had Guts and the gang there, kind of looking for a ship to go to this island of Elfhem to hopefully find a cure for Casca, as she's still in that somewhat catatonic state that she's been in the previous couple volumes at this point now. So in the start of this, you're going to have Guts and his party of little adversaries there like Shirki, Isidro, Serpico, Roderick now, Farnese, Puck, of course. You're going to have them trying to leave the city of Britannis. They're going to try to get to this the harbor there, find Roderick's ship, and be able to take the ship to Elfhem. But unfortunately, blocking them is a bunch of abominations and demons brought forth by this Kushan sorcerer or magician, which I'm not even going to try and pronounce his name, but it's a great battle that ensues between Guts and this dope Kushan sorcerer. Guts has his Berserker Armor on, so he's using that to his advantage, which luckily now, instead of trying to attack the people that he's with, he has Shirki kind of going into the astral realm to hold back the beast within, to let Guts just take over the armor and be able to battle all these apostles and such without almost, killing some of his adversaries. You have Ganishka showing up in this, and then Nosferatu Zod in apostle form. You actually get a cool team up in this volume of Guts and Nosferatu Zod, which I wouldn't have expected to happen in any of these later volumes of Berserk. That was a nice little sneak in by Kentaro Miura, man. He just is such a fantastic storyteller and artist. Really, Berserk is just, this series is one of my favorites, and this volume did not disappoint whatsoever. As the battle continues with this Ganishka in apostle form and Nosferatu Zod, you have Guts riding on the back of Nosferatu Zod, man, with the sword. How badass is that artwork, man? Absolutely beautiful. That would be a sick tattoo, man. Imagine having a back piece of Guts riding Nosferatu Zod. Dude! That is something, somebody out there needs to get that. Taking a break in this deluxe edition from crazy battles with monsters and sorcerers and apostles, it does go to the Midland battle of armies between the Kushan and the Holy See. The Kushan attacking the Holy See, and they're just getting absolutely wrecked. But fortunately for them, they have the White Hawk himself. Griffith shows up with the newly founded Band of the Hawk, or refounded, whatever you want to call it. And the Band of the Hawk just puts the beat down on the Kushan army. You have Nosferatu Zod in there just absolutely destroying dudes. Griffith in all his glory now, which is, it's kind of weird to see Griffith in this form. He's kind of looked at as the savior of Midland at this point. He's apparently the fiance now of Princess Charlotte, who we had seen in one of the very earliest volumes of this. So he's really on his way to become the king of Midland, man. So it's crazy how far this story has come. There's so many intricate parts throughout this, so many different arcs, because you just look at it alone as like crazy battles and monsters and stuff like that, but there's a lot of stuff going on throughout this. Now at this point, Guts and his band of heroes have made it out of the port of Britannis, and they did make their way to Roderick's ship. Now it's kind of cool how Kentaro Miura he does some great character growth throughout these volumes here. So people, when they're first introduced, and I'm not typically a fan of, you end up growing to be kind of a fan of them. Like Roderick in this, you have Farnese as well. You have Shirky kind of showing Farnese like how to use her I guess astral powers or whatever it is you want to say in this volume here. Roderick gets to kind of show off his captain skills, as he does end up getting attacked by Captain Bonebeard. So it's just cool to see him kind of show off his captain skills and how he's good at this sea battle. So like Roderick is one of the characters that, like, when he first was introduced, I wasn't really a fan of him, and I'm like, how can he add to this story? Same thing with Farnese, kind of, even Shirky, and they all have very pivotal roles throughout this series now. When it comes to Shirky, she uses her power to help Guts in his struggles with the enemy within, the Beast of Darkness that grew really out of his hatred for Griffith, which is also trying to make him kill Casca and his companion, so it's very good that he has Shirky on his side at this point. I mean, he does have the Berserker armor now, but the stakes have grown even higher since he obtained that armor, which allows him to ignore pain and surpass the limits of his power, but yet it really does destroy his body and make him vulnerable to the beast's corruption. So Shirky is a very important companion to have around, and she's also assisting Farnese with helping connect to the astral world, which will help in protecting Casca in the long run. Now, towards the end of this volume, there is an escape effort made to rescue a bunch of these women that were captured by the Kushan. As the rescue mission is being attempted, a bunch of the soldiers and stuff are actually taken out by this crazy fog. Now, Ganishka ends up actually kind of like sucking in all of the death from all of those dead soldiers. He also has all of these demons and such and all these other abominations like chained up. He is like going into full apostle form. He sucks up all of that death and destruction and evil contained in those soldiers and demons, and he turns into this absolutely crazy apostle form, man. This giant massive thing to just overshadow cities. I have no idea how they're going to deal with this form of Ganishka, man. Absolutely insane. The artwork is super crazy. Now, while all this is going on, our hero Guts and his adversaries are on their way to Elfhelm to try and find a cure for Casca. They don't even know all this madness is going on right now, man. I can't wait to get into the next volume. Volume 11 really explores the complex relationships between the characters and covers more about their past and sets the stage for more revelations and conflicts. This story is absolutely gripping. This volume is filled with intense action, emotional depth, and that signature dark and gritty atmosphere. I love this volume. Let me know what you think about it down in the comments, and of course, as always, thanks for watching.